Here we go. Here we go. Here we go again. Monday, March 11th, 20 and the 24, 2:35 p.m. on the Swatch Watch here in the sunny farm fields of Valparaiso, Indiana. Checking in here. Hey, wait a minute. Where are we at? 1.972. That's a new all-time high. Let's write it down. Mark it with a B. Today's 311. Okay, 1.972 in the books. Let's see what's happening here on the expiration board. ACLS 130 calls already at 87% a profit. AGQ, hey, that's down 271%. That's because we got in on a really good price on this round of AGQ shares. AGQ is a 2 times bull on silver, and we have a 3,000 share position. This was the first tranche, had 1,500 shares. We have $29 calls on those. Those are even way down on their whiskey. Let me look at AGQ because my portfolio is benefiting from gold, oil, and silver today. And also Rivian's off the canvas just a bit along with DocuSign. So those are helping also. AGQ, it's up 1.45% at 27.96. So these may not be in too big a trouble, but I do like that they are under pressure. And then right here on the AGQs, if we can roll those at 20% annualized, we're definitely going to do so. Very bullish right now, as you know, on gold and silver. DocuSign, $62 calls should be in good shape for this Friday. DocuSign currently trading at around $57, so it's definitely off the ground. I bought DocuSign at $62 a share, and then it proceeded to go shoots and ladders all the way down into the upper 40s. It was like 49, but now making a little bit of a comeback, so that is helping me over here in the portfolio. Jackson Financial, this thing has finally come to roost. I got in on this at, I don't know, I was buying shares at like $50 a piece, and then the banking crisis happened last spring. All of the banks got beat down town to Chinatown. Jackson Financial, no exception. So I've fought with them ever since. Let's go to the individual positions. So I'll be finishing up this spreadsheet for you. Look at that. It began over a year ago. There was 100 shares at 47.08, 100 shares at 42.99. Did we take some with a put? Is that what happened? Anyways, I know this, that we are exiting this position, and I don't care what the difference between this strike price is and what it's trading at, because it's close to $60 right now. So again, a reminder, if you're going to trade options and you're selling covered calls, you are potentially, and if it's on a good position, you are likely capping your upside. So that is, of course, the danger to covered calls. And when you sell covered calls, you are selling your obligation to sell those shares on or before that expiration date at that strike price. Yes. Can I roll these prior to? Absolutely. In fact, I had 6 positions. I figured with almost 100% certainty, all of them would have been called away by midnight on Friday, and only 100 of those 600 shares were. So one contract out of 6 were called away. And why I say that is because today, believe it or not, is ex-dividend date. So they're basically giving me another round of 70 cents per share. Isn't it higher than that now? Let me look. Or is that what it just went up to? They're giving me 70. Yeah, it went from 62 cents to 70 cents. So I'm going to get 70 cents per share on 500 shares. That's $350 as like a parting gift. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. I'll take the money. Okay, thank you so much. Because I was prepared to let those go without the dividend and fully expected them to be called away early so that the recipient could grab those dividends up. But that did not happen. Still have 5 contracts. We'll see those bye-bye on Friday. UVIX, that is the VIX, trading at volatility. We have 35 contracts at $8 and we'll be... Well, no, it was under pressure earlier. VIX, I would imagine you're going to see some action in VIX this week, starting with tomorrow with CPI, depending on what the reading is, right? Or sometimes are we becoming just numb to these reports, like the fake employment reports? You can't tell me you added millions of jobs and all of it is for immigrants. I'm not buying it. Or all the jobs that were created in order to handle the inflow of all these illegal aliens. Can you hear the rocks rattling in my head as I shake my head? What is going on? What have we allowed to happen with our government? It is just a shame. Shame on you. Some of the things that are uttered, some of the bills that are passed, and what do? We all just take it on the chin. Take it on the chin because we're so focused on just one side or the other. Everything needs to be, they all need to be out. The one thing that Trump said that I do agree with completely, and I agree with a lot of what he says. Don't necessarily like the way that he says them, but we do need to drain the swamp. So I don't think it'll ever happen. Darn it, but maybe if things get bad enough. GDX, that's next week. So that's all we have so far for this week. And as you can see, I don't know if you ever pay attention to my buying power here, but it's gone up dramatically. And it went up dramatically because we did, just as I said last week, I will be looking to raise cash. And we had just over $100,000 in cash when I made that statement and showed it to you. And we've already gone up to over 1 million in cash. And what does that mean? It just means that I got out of a number of positions that were shares of companies. Those were sold off on Friday, called away, if you will, on a number of different positions, including ExxonMobil. What else? GDXJ, which is a junior gold miner. Alcoa. What's Alcoa doing today? Yeah, it's up even higher. Big deal. Remember, I don't suffer from the FOMO. But I do enjoy taking profits when I can because, as you know, I'm a rookie, I'm a novice, I'm a newbie, learning as I go, trading these options, trading these stocks, collecting some dividends along the way, and having a good time doing it. Girls are down south. They're all the way down there in Playa Mujeres, Mexico. Playa del Carmen. Playa del Carmen. Lady Tanzalot and the two spoiled girls, Kid 1 and Kid 2. So me and my homeboy will be batching it this week, although I won't see him for another several hours because he has golf practice and then guitar. But he does have a driver's license, so we got that going for us. I'm excited for that, but of course I worry about it every second. What else do we have our eye on? I'm looking at, so what do we have? S&P 500. Let's just pull it up here. Let's pull it up here. Let's go to finance.yahoo.com. Yeah. Just see what's up. So it's pretty flat as far as S&P is concerned. It's down just 0.08%. Dow Jones up 0.17. NASDAQ 0.32. Uncle Russ down 0.79. And then we got the crude oil, gold, and silver. So that trifecta, and there's been my favorite trifecta for months now. They're all starting to come to fruition. And in case you want to know, right here it says Bitcoin going to 350,000. So don't take my word for it. Take that headline. What was I just going to look up? SPX. SPX. Just to give you an idea of what I'm looking at with regard to the Fibonacci and the Elliott wave theory. I know, hocus pocus, whatever. But I do like to study this. I'm learning very slowly because I am just not a fast learner. To just be frank with you there, Terry. Just not a fast learner. So I do my best. What do we add here? Let's look at, what do you think? 1 month? No. Whoa. Year to date. Bring it down. Sorry. This thing, I never have figured out how to use it. 1 day candles. Let's look at 4 hours. What's that do? Nothing. This is why you should have practiced this before you did it. That would not be like the channel that I run here on the YouTube. So what are we looking at? Let's go. We got year to date up there, right? And what I'm looking at as far as numbers are concerned, because where we're at right now is what? 51.15. I've just got my eye on some just simple numbers. One would be 50-50. Okay. So if we break down to 50-50 anytime soon before getting up to 5,300, then that is a red flag. For me, according to, and only according to Fibonacci and the Elliott wave, okay? And some of the stuff that I've been witnessing, studying these different wave patterns, etc., is pretty freaky. Doesn't mean they're always right, but they do increase probabilities according to what I've seen so far. So if we break down to 50-50, then that is a red flag. If we then continue down and we get back into the 49s, if we break that $5,000 mark, then it's a double red flag, and we'll be watching from there. However, I don't know. I still think we got a shot at 5,300, but we got to keep an eye on things, okay? We got to keep an eye on things. Did we need a healthy little pullback? Yes, but we don't need it to be too healthy. We don't need it to be like a kick in the cookie bag. We just need it to be a reminder that from time to time, there can be a bit of a pullback instead of all of the straight line that we've been taking since October. 1 year, so there's that October, right? What's the date on that, son of a gun? Whoa, go back. Go back, yeah. So that would be, November. So down here you can see, no, that is October 27th. We are at around 4,100 on the S&P, and then we've just essentially gone straight up 1,000 points since the end of October without much of we had a couple little pullbacks, but nothing to write home about. So we need to keep an eye on it now. Same with the Uncle Russ. So an ETF to trade Uncle Russ would be the IWM. I wanted to say this last week, which was if we hit 210 and it has major resistance and bounces back down on us, then we got to be watching very carefully. And that's what it did. Hello. So let's go to, so there it was. Bang, we went right up to that 210, and then it's come down since then. So we got to keep a real close eye on Russie here. It could be meandering sideways in what is called a diagonal. So we'll keep an eye on that. But if it does break under 200, it's a double red flag. The first red flag is in, which was it hit 210 and then just went back down like it hit its head on a popcorn ceiling in a trailer park. So now we'll watch, does it break under 200? If so, that's the second red flag. So IWM may be leading the way, showing us that we have indeed reached a local top. Hopefully that is not the case. We want to continue to see portfolios rise, let it rise. That's what we have right now. Thanks for tuning in on this Manic Monday. I am becoming your new best friend in stocks, options, and dividends, but you need to subscribe to that channel. Hit the like button, leave me a lovable comment, and I will see. Oh, wait, one more thing to share with you. And you can tune off now if you are done. That's all I have to say about financials, except maybe this. Why is this true? You better be wrong, Adam Schefter. I did hear rumors that my beloved Packers were going to sign Josh Jacobs from the Las Vegas Raiders, which I was like, oh my goodness, 1-2 punch, Aaron Jones and Josh Jacobs. But this just out, nothing's been confirmed yet, but after reaching agreement today with free agent running back Josh Jacobs, the Packers informed running back Aaron Rodgers that he is being released. Oh my gosh, one of my favorites. He's been one of my favorites as far as Packers are concerned. There's been so many, but it is a business. It is a game. I'm not going to say that he's reaching the end of his useful life, but running backs, they just don't last like they used to. So that's what we have. Whoa, DocuSign. What's going on? DocuSign, 3 nice red candles up. Got that going for me. So that should show maybe a little bit in the portfolio. But there it is. Hopefully that's not true. If it is, it is. Josh Jacobs is younger than Aaron Jones and a very serviceable running back. But Aaron Jones is just a superstar, has been underrated. Look at his statistics. He's fantastic. So if you are gone, I miss you. I thank you. And I love you. I truly do, Aaron Jones. You'll find yourself on a team very soon if this is the case. So there we are. Leave you with that. Have a wonderful day. And I may just see you tomorrow.